Hey guys, so the new season started. How exciting is that? And what better way to start off my series of first impressions for winter 2012 with Nisemonogatari. For those of you who don't know, Nisemonogatari is a sequel to a series called MyAnimeList. I'm gonna say MyAnimeList from now on because I have a really weird accent and that's just how I say it. Sorry in advance. Anyway, MyAnimeList was a 15-episode series that aired from July of 2009 to June of 2010 and was produced by the infamous studio Shaft. Now, Shaft have produced such pieces as Madoka Magica and Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei and Arakawa Under the Bridge. They've been really good with what they've produced. They've just been really bad at producing it on time, basically. MyAnimeList was a story that focused on 17-year-old Araragi-kun, who would basically go around the neighbourhood helping out people who had supernatural problems. Honestly, if you haven't seen MyAnimeList yet, I don't know where you have been, but I definitely do recommend that you go out and watch this, especially if you're at all interested in seeing Nisemonogatari, because it is a direct sequel to that and you need to have that basic knowledge. I think is essential to watch this series. I really do recommend MyAnimeList. It's a phenomenal show. So to be honest, the first episode of Nisemonogatari blew my mind and I wasn't expecting it because it was just phenomenal. It very much felt like a throwback to the first series and that was very nice for me, and it does seem like it's paving the way for Araragi's sisters to come in because I believe they're going to be like the main characters of the story from next episode onwards, I guess, and I felt like it was a very nice way to sort of merge the two series together. And it was very nice to see all of these characters again and be reminded of why I thought this series was so enjoyable in the first place. I think this episode was there just to sort of ease you into watching a show like MyAnimeList again, because to be honest, I've never seen another show like it before. To be honest, it wasn't very plot heavy, and even though that's being said, you wouldn't understand it if you haven't seen MyAnimeList before. It makes references to most of the characters from the first season, and even the animation problems in the first season. So let's talk about animation quickly. To be honest, it was actually quite stunning, and I know Shaft are really good at animation. This was it just looked so pretty, but I absolutely have to commend them on their artwork because it was so good. The sound was pretty awesome, I guess. It's hard not to comment on how awesome these voice actors are. These voice actors are just phenomenal because they play their characters so well, and it's just another reason as to why I find this series completely immersive. The OP for me was just okay. I didn't enjoy it that much. I didn't hate it or anything. It was just kind of meh. I think that this will grow on me, but MyAnimeList never had fantastic openings for me anyway, so I wasn't expecting too much from the opening. It wasn't what I was looking forward to or anything like that. There's no ending at the minute, but I'm sure that'll be next week. Usually when I review something I would take time to talk about the characters, but I'm not going to do this with Nisemonogatari because I already know the characters and my opinions on them will be very biased. So with this being a sequel and me already knowing and loving and enjoying the characters, it's hard to be really critical of them. But I don't think I need to be because I really do love all of the characters that were in this episode. I just love them. They're just really well thought out characters that make me laugh. I just basically don't see the point of me giving an opinion on something that I'll never be able to be fair about. So I guess the big question is this a good first episode of Nisemonogatari? And of course it was. It was absolutely brilliant. It was well animated, well scripted, well acted, and overall it was just very funny. The reference that they made to how long it took for the last episodes of MyAnimeList to come out, that was hilarious and was some awesome self-referential humour and definitely pandering to the fans a little bit, and I think that was just fantastic. Now, if you have seen MyAnimeList and you're not watching Nisemonogatari already, do it. Drop whatever you're doing right now, close this video and go and watch it. I don't even care what else you're doing, you need to watch this episode, especially if you're a big fan of MyAnimeList. And if you haven't seen MyAnimeList, it's a fantastic series and it's a fantastic example of how clever and witty and good Shaft are as a production studio. I now have this horrible sinking feeling that nothing in this season is gonna live up to how fantastic this first episode was, but I've been wrong before. I'm definitely keeping an open mind for the rest of the stuff that's coming out this season, but Nisemonogatari was fantastic. I definitely do recommend it. Let me know down below what you guys thought of the episode, because I'd be very interested to read them, and I will see you guys next time.